want to walk you through the psychology of the face-to-face meeting and why they work, okay? I want to point out to you guys the 2 things that you need to walk away from a meeting with, okay? And I'll give you a little hint. You can always walk away with at least one of them, always, without a fail. Like 100%, literally 100% of the time, you can walk away with one of these 2 things you need to walk away with from a meeting. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, I've just been harping on about this. If you're following my account, I'm doing a 90-day challenge to make 300K. And I talk about the importance of setting your quarter or your months up correctly. And for me, that starts with face-to-face meetings. We can get jobs in and whatever, but I think every 3 months or so, you need to sit in the room with your clients. You need to sit with them, you need to breathe the same air, and you need to vibrate on the same wavelengths, right? The psychology of a meeting, and we all know this, but like you always walk away from a face-to-face meeting going, man, I got to do more of those. We all say it, but we don't do it. And so why do we get more out of a face-to-face meeting than, say, a Teams meeting or a phone call? When you call a client, or even if you schedule a call with a client, it's a very quick transaction. It's very much, hey, how you going? Yeah, good, pleasantries. And then you kind of go into what you want, what you're after, asking the question, do you have jobs? Where are you at with that candidate? All that sort of stuff. It's quite quick. The person on the other end is happy to play ball. They're nice, whatever, but they do want to get off the call. No one actually wants to be on a call, particularly if you're holding your phone like this. I don't think you realize how irritating holding your phone up to your arm is. If you hold your hand like this for more than 5 minutes, I'm telling you now, you know this, like your arm starts to hurt. That's why we all have earpods these days, or we have our headphones. And when you don't have them, you miss them. You're like, oh my God, what did we do in the past? How do these people hold these heavy phones? This is happening with your clients. And when you realize this, you realize that they are trying to actively get you off the phone, which is fine if you've got what you've got, wanted to get out of that call. But what people don't realize is you're leaving money on the table when you're getting off those calls. I'll give you a great example. I had a chat with a client this week, just this week, like my best client. I would say one of my best clients. And what I mean by that is we get along, they trust me, they give me a lot of their work, and they've always got work. For whatever reason, he just said, we're a bit light on. We don't have any needs right now. We've done a bit of recruiting, whatever. We just don't have anything. You know, it's been a couple of soft months or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. I could have ended it there. I could have ended the call there. But, you know, I persisted and I said, okay, well, how about this team over here? How are they going? Oh, yeah, they're going well, but, you know, still got to get feet on the table. And again, I could have hung up there and gone, okay, nothing else. Just let there be air. And this was all on the phone, mind you. So I'm just giving you an example of persistence here in a meeting. It took 3 goes for me to say, oh, what about this part of the business? Actually, Brett, you're right. No, I do need someone. And it almost took the time for him to remember, because we're so used to talking about this part of his business. When I started moving it over here and up there, it made him start thinking. Turns out I've got a 30K brief with him now. My point is that needs time to linger. If they're not your best client, they're not going to hang around on a phone call, because you'll get awkward, they'll get awkward, and they'll go, oh, okay, no, we haven't got anything, see ya, like this, right? So once you have a client and you can book a meeting face-to-face with them, the psychology of the face-to-face meeting and why it works is that you've got minimum half an hour of time to fill, minimum half an hour. It's usually an hour that's booked out, right? And so what happens? You do your pleasantries like on a phone call, you talk about what's on the top of mind here, and then you got to fill the time. So then you start exploring their business. You start thinking about what their strategies, what are some of their problems, what are some of their challenges, all that sort of stuff. You start getting an idea of these things. I'm telling you now, you either walk away with. So these are the 2 things you're going to walk away with, right? One, you want to walk away with jobs. If you can walk away with jobs, bingo, that's the goal. Or you walk away with a strategy, i.e., what are their plans for the future? What is their growth plan, if any? If they don't have any growth plans, they shouldn't be a client. They're just going to be replacement roles. That's fine, but they're not going to give you a bankroll of roles. But if you can walk away with either roles or an idea of what the strategy looks like for this, you can start kind of planning it. Like, I know a lot of recruiters thinking that now, but if you have a client saying, look, Q3 our recruitment budgets refill, that's going to be a great time to start hiring and start thinking about some of these key hires. I know they plan 12 months ahead. So you just mark it in calendar and you come back to it and you go, cool, we're back. Yeah, we're on, let's go. The second thing you can walk away with, and I started this clip by saying there's 100%, there is something you can 100% walk away with. The second thing you want to get out of a meeting when you go face-to-face with a client is bringing them value, okay? So you want to bring them insights. You want to bring them, you're the eyes and ears of your industry, right? You are seeing what their competitors are doing. You're seeing what the candidates are saying. And by relaying some of this stuff, obviously in a confidential way, they get insights that they're not privy to, things that they might not understand about the market, even perception about their brand, even perception about their teams, what the market is saying about them. That stuff is so important to a client. And I'm telling you now, hard truths are hard to deliver, they're hard to take, but people respect you for saying it. If you say in such a clear manner, look, the perception is that you're a bit of a dick. It is what it is. Our job here is to curve that. I want to understand where that might be coming from. I've had that conversation before with clients, and it's really tough. But they really thank me for it. And then they go and do the work, and then all of a sudden I've got a narrative to take back to the market. Hey, look, perception here is a bit of a dick, but reality is he had a couple of tough people there. The business was tough. They had to let him go. He's regretful of how that behavior happened. But look, he's not in charge of that group anymore. We're hiring it. It's a moot point. Oh, okay. So having these tough conversations can only occur face-to-face. Okay, so this episode is all about the psychology of the face-to-face meeting, okay? I'm not telling you anything new, but I think when you realize that you need to have that air, that space to have those conversations and let the thoughts flow, A, you're going to bring them value. Bring them value. Bring them insights. Bring them ideas. Tell them what the competition's doing. Tell them what the perception of the brand is. B, try and get jobs out of them. They're your two main goals on any meeting, right? Those two things. Bring value, get jobs. Bring value, get jobs. Okay? But if you can't get jobs, get ideas, get strategy, get insights, get their pain points, understand where their business is moving, understand why they aren't hiring, understand what's motivating them right now, what their big challenges are. Because chances are you find someone that solves a problem they didn't realize they had a need. That's how I make a lot of money. So that's all I've got time for you today. Like, share, subscribe. Like I said, go to our TikTok. If you're interested in following me literally building out a 300K quarter, it's on my TikTok. Go and follow. I'm going to do a daily update every morning. It's not reactive. It's not, this is what I did. It's, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm seeing coming up. So I'm going to do that and follow the journey. It's going to be fun. I'm putting myself out there. I'm nervous as hell because I feel like this could blow up in my face. But hey, diamonds are made out of pressure, right? Like, share, subscribe. Helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day. May all your deals come true.